I've seen some interesting topics on like Instagram. People like, do you wash your feet in the shower? And people be like, no, because the soap goes down there anyway. I'm like, you're fucking nasty, you little
Well,
stinky,
what about in between your toes?
you stinky feet soap.
I got zero friends. I got zero friends.
You have just entered the girls' locker room. It's your girl Talita Mokia in here chilling with the ladies. And I think this topic might be a little fun, maybe. Blissy, what we talking about today?
Ah, hygiene. Wash your ass.
In
Brush
the shower.
those teeth. Okay. And yes, in the shower, get your feet, get the back of your knees, get the back of your ears. Okay. This is important. Let's do it.
I've seen some interesting topics on like Instagram. People like, do you wash your feet in the shower? And people be like, no, because the soap goes down there anyway. I'm like, you're fucking nasty, you little
Well,
stinky,
what about in between your toes?
you stinky feet soap.
What about in between your toes? I'm just curious about that.
Nasty. That's gross.
I mean, your toes are like your butt cheeks, technically. They're close together. So you got to get in between them to make sure that, I mean, come on, if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. You got to get in between there and get that damn crust from in between them toes, like in between your ass.
Maybe
I
they
did,
don't wash
Jam.
between their ass either.
huh?
Maybe they don't wash between their ass either.
And and that's why we're here today, people.
Why?
Don't come outside smelling. Don't nobody want to smell that. Nobody.
Well, that and the reality is, hygiene, good hygiene is also important for your health. Because if you really don't take care of your body, it's gonna affect you. You'll start getting bumps and warts and
Oils.
oh gosh.
Folliculitis.
I mean, and in addition to smells and just dirt is, oh goodness.
So, speaking of dirt, this one time, one of my boyfriend's moms dated this guy, and he had adopted a crack baby, and he was a spoiled little brat, and he was overfed, and he didn't bathe. And it was a white kid, and you could see around his neck
The
the
dirt.
dirt.
Ugh.
The dirt. It was gross. It was like really, really gross. Like he just had this like nasty, but because like his mom had passed away, and ironically she was in a cult. So she just spoiled this little boy ridiculously and gave him whatever he wanted. He was just spoiled,
Except
rotten.
for bar soap.
It's not bad.
He didn't need to bathe. Like but it was just gross. And like men that like have that, like just that ring of like
See.
dirt, like come on, y'all. Like seriously.
Well, and so here's my question. Ladies, you see this dirt. Do you fuck with this person? I mean, I'm because
Red flag.
people have sex.
Red
And
flag.
then,
Flag on the play. No.
okay, several flags. But
I've broken up with guys that like uncircumcised guys.
yeah.
Like
Don't pull the foreskin back.
yes,
Oh gosh. I just
why-
all these places where
No.
dirt can linger.
No,
You
that's like yeast infection funk
like
if they don't pull the
tuna
foreskin back.
Oh, come on.
Ugh.
Ladies, you gotta put your leg up on that tub, get in between them cheeks and lips, and get it going. There's nothing wrong with properly washing. Okay, if you can't lift your leg, try to get, and they got those little they
The scrubbers on a stick.
well, not even the scrubber on the stick, but they got
but
the
that,
foot thing that you could put in your shower, and you don't need tools. It's like a suction thing, and it'll assist you with lifting up your leg if you can't, so you can get in there. But you also got to jump off with the stick, like you said.
And
Either
you
way,
got the bristles that go on the floor where you can scrub your toes for the people who
oh,
don't like to
that
bend over and
too.
wash their toes.
You can use it. I'm sorry, I'm still gonna use my rag to wash my toes. I don't know. I can't see not doing that because you got to get in between those. I don't know, and I work on my feet a lot too. So because I do that, I don't know, a day or two of not washing those feet body or whatever, who's to say what it's going to be? So
Anyway,
I
those
don't
still
want to take
go.
that chance. I don't
Mm-mm.
want to take that chance. And then, shit, I consider myself a meal. I want to always be ready to eat.
Thoroughly cleaned and seasoned.
Yes. Put that
Exactly.
coconut oil on it.
That's it. That's it. That is it.
Exactly. And
It is
that's
She
more
gave
than
it
enough.
to me.
It's more than enough YouTube videos out there, hygiene YouTube videos. Please go find one. I'm like every other day, my daughter calling me when she get on a school bus. She be like, "Mama, it is too early for these kids to smell like this." And I'm like, "You a high school kid. Nobody
and
can tell you to get in the shower."
you're gonna have to take that one out. But
Be a
my
boy.
daughter, look, my daughter was at cheerleading practice and she was just appalled at the smell of her fellow cheerleaders. She's like the deodorant and just other stuff. But I'm like, that's kind of, how do you explain to someone, hey, you're not smelling well. You may want to,
Wash that ass in the shower.
okay, that's what you're going for. No, okay. I mean, you can take the blunt approach. You know me,
Like you said, you smell and you might need to wash that ass in the shower. I don't forget, my husband used to work at this, so my husband used to work for Starbucks. And this girl he worked with, I guess she was smelly. I didn't know. I never went there. And so I used to coupon real bad, real heavy. So I had a closet that they used to call Dollar General. This fool comes home from work, goes into the Dollar General closet and makes her a care package, deodorant, soap,
Aw.
feminine wash, spray, coconut oil, shampoo, conditioner. Anything he thought she would have needed in the shower, she got it. And I said, babe, how did you give it to her? He gonna say, I seen her coming in, so I called her before while she was still at her car and was like, you might want to put this in your car to use later. I guess that was diplomatic. He ain't telling in front of everybody because me, I'd be like, I bought you a care package, you need to wash your ass.
Well, and so since we're gonna go there, unfortunately, I wasn't shit.
Bruh.
In high school. In junior high school, there was this boy, and he wasn't well kept or whatever. And now that I think about it, in a way, it was cruel. However, I thought, it was also a good idea. Me and a couple other the kids got together, got a care package together, deodorant, soap, blah, 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 and gave it to him. But it was the way we did it that was kind of fucked up. But I,
Now you got to tell a story.
huh?
Now you got to tell a story.
Well, I mean, it was what it was. Exactly. I felt bad, but I didn't feel bad because regardless of what, maybe this can be the step towards you doing what you need to do to help keep up your appearance, while you're in school. Kids ain't shit.
Ain't shit.
And unfortunately, I was one of them. So, I mean, but that's some other stories for some other days. But the point is that specific incident wasn't too cool, but it led into, which say wash your ass in the tub.
Wash your ass in the shower. In the shower.
Ass in the shower.
I
Okay.
wasn't shit as a teenager either. We not me per se,
Yeah,
but
we you, but go on. I said,
not me per se, but I
mm,
had some friends that like we would always do like water fights with like water guns. And they would put shower gel in the water gun with the water, and that was the water gun that the people who stunk, that's the one we shot them with.
mm. So while you're taking off your clothes, you can use the
We
soap.
was assisting them. Just use the shirt and keep rubbing.
Make it easy for you. And
We didn't.
we might laugh about it, but it's a serious thing. Lately, certain celebrities have, embraced or discussed their comfort with not showering daily.
Or
I
brushing
don't,
teeth.
Oral hygiene is important.
that goes with washing your ass in the tub in the shower. I mean, no, it goes
Oh,
in here, but you have them, promoting this or embracing it. And so they're they're celebrities, so some people may look at it like, oh, okay, whatever, whatever. However, one of the biggest things I'll tell you is more people have, well, no, I don't know. You have a lot of people that don't work from home. You have a lot of people that are physical in the jobs that they perform. And because you are a physical person in the job that you perform, you should really want to keep up your hygiene, because after a while, after it festers, it will start doing what? Coming out through your pores, through your clothes. I mean, just stinking. And it's uncomfortable. Unfortunately, I used to work with a woman. Her hygiene was not good. I don't know what the fuck she did. I don't know if it was natural. I don't know. But she had, unfortunately, an odor that came from her um, regions. And the fact that, and
Your face, Delita.
because it's so disgusting.
exactly. And so, and the thing is, you smelled it, and that was the issue. Why? First of all, they all do the age old saying, you smell yourself before anybody
I was
else.
just about to say that.
So, with that being said, this is what you smell. People didn't want to sit in chairs she sat in. Um, you knew she was in the bathroom or the locker room, and it was uncomfortable to the point where someone actually said something to the supervisor, because we had to change scrubs. I'm sorry, maybe I should have mentioned that, but we had to change into scrubs, and because we had to change into scrubs, of course, you're taking your clothes off, blah blah blah, odors flying. And then they but she never smelled like underarms. It was
Just
always
Gucci? Ugh.
exactly. It was always crotch. So um the
Oh,
supervisor had to
stop
get involved
rocking.
Like
and
the
let her
fish
know.
smell.
I'm
Maybe
sorry,
she's like a rotten tampon up there or some shit. Have y'all ever smelled?
Ew.
Oh
what?
my gosh. So I worked at a gynecological clinic. Sorry to interrupt, but I worked at a clinic and like people would lose tampons in their vaginas and they would get a horrible smell. And, you have to worry about like, toxic shock syndrome and stuff like that. But like, luckily it wasn't that. It was just, a dried, nasty tampon. But
How weak are your muscles that you can't push that shit out? Okay, sorry, go ahead.
no idea. But the smell, like it like stunk up the clinic. Like you could smell it from like all the way across the clinic because it was just like dried blood with yeast and whatever else. Like the worst one was this chick who was fucked up and she was a porn star and she was on pills, like she was super fucked up. Anyway, she went to a festival and got her period, so she decided to use makeup sponges, and then the makeup sponges got stuck up in there, and the festival was 3 weeks ago, so she proceeds to go from festival to Florida and has sex because she showed me her videos of her doing her porn. And then she realized, oh yeah, I like lost my, like I was on ecstasy and I just didn't know what to use. So I used like a makeup sponge and I shoved it in there and then I forgot about it. And then I just, went on my way and I just was like in production. And then all of a sudden I started getting this nasty smell. And like I think she said she slept with Remington Steele. And Remington Steele even made a comment about how nasty her vagina smelled. She waited like a week and then came to ask for it.
My question is, and this is the biggest question that I have, because I've heard a lot of stories about women losing tampons or forgetting tampons in you. How?
I mean, I guess,
Like,
it just depends.
how?
So the vaginal canal like can extend, it can grow, it can move and accommodate stuff. And like I asked one of the nurse practitioners once, how did that happen? And they said sometimes like like the cervix will pop out and the cervix will kind of grab it and it'll get hooked like behind the cervix towards the top of the vaginal canal. And they can't find the strings and like, they just can't get up in there because the vaginal canal will like extend.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Are you shoving a fucking tampon up
No,
your boot?
like none of this
I
is
was
making sense to me. And I shade no one, like straight up, I shade no one. But how far are you shoving it up? How do you forget it's in there? Like, what is going on? That's why hygiene and the education behind it is so important. Like, what those things again, TSS, the smell, the bacteria, the yeast infections. I mean, there's so much that can occur because of that. They tell you all the time you need to be careful when you use tampons and be aware.
I think that's why they
Unfortunately,
stopped manufacturing the ones that don't have the strings on them.
yeah.
Remember that used to be a thing.
Mhm.
They had tampons that didn't have strings on them.
Yeah, exactly.
So you basically had to either push it out or put your finger up there and grab the motherfucker down. Gross.
Okay. So again, more ignorant ass situations in people's lives.
Bruh.
So me and my homegirl went out, whatever, blah, blah, blah. She had a period, she put a tampon on. We go kick it with some guys or whatever that we knew. She goes to, I guess she winds up having sex with. And she comes and tells me, oh, I can't find the tampon that was in me. I'm already disgusted because why are you fucking this dude that, these are just dudes we're kicking it with, but I'm going to keep it moving on that. Again, I don't judge. What you do is your business. She's like, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. Unfortunately, somebody had to help her find this disgusting fucking tampon
Wouldn't have
and
been me.
get, get it out of
Yeah, good
her
friend.
or whatever. And I just, looked at her differently, like on a lot of reasons, different reasons. But I mean, that's again, we have to be responsible. That was just it was traumatizing. Just thinking about the story is traumatizing. Like, come on, dude. And I guess she was on the last leg of her period because through the grace of God, she wasn't bleeding, but it was still a horrible, horrible experience. And my thing was, why are you even in here doing this shit? With, why didn't you take the shit out first?
Right.
If that's what you were gonna do, why you ain't take it out first? I need us all to be aware of the importance of proper hygiene and women when we are menstruating, how we care for our bodies. We need not to forget our tampons. We need not to allow them to get so stuck far up in you that you can't get it out. Like when you go to the bathroom, look for the string, tug at it a little bit just to confirm it's still there. Like, I can't call it. Yes, I'm traumatized.
I cannot believe this shit.
Damn, that was
behind
deep.
that.
Did you wear gloves? Like,
Yes.
okay, good.
Hell yeah.
Was there a barrier there? Like,
Ugh.
Hell no. That was
You are a good friend because the only thing I would have been helping her ass was in a fucking Uber to the doctor. Okay.
like,
well, I mean, this was what years ago, and there was no Ubers.
Yeah,
Not to
I guess I can say that. I knew somebody who had.
birthday drop, but whatever, or age drop, but there were no Ubers.
Well, they had cabs.
They
Especially if you was in the city, you could have flagged one of them yellow fuckers down.
well, actually, we was in Brooklyn, but you know how they do when it comes to Brooklyn.
Fuck you.
Whatever.
57777.
Hello.
Whatever.
Yes. But it was, I mean, it was a traumatizing experience, and it just further lets me know that we have to encourage each other to keep up. I mean, you don't have to be Barbie doll, makeup down, whatever, but be clean.
Wash your ass, brush your teeth, and clean your face.
Yeah,
In
pretty
that
much.
order, preferably.
And clean your ears, and again, clean behind your ears. Those get
Sit
dirty.
next to somebody who don't wash behind their ears.
Huh?
You ever stand behind somebody who don't wash behind their ears?
Love to pick at it.
In the smell, like
what?
it, it's
Hair grease and
so
like
y'all know I used to work in an ENT clinic, right?
Mm.
So yeah. You don't watch. Please wash behind your ears. That shit's
Mm.
it stink. It stink. It stink. So I have gauges, right, in my ear, and I usually wear silicones, and I take them out. I clean them once a week because when you wear metal jewelry in your ears, it produces more like funk. It makes them funky. Like more crust, more dirt, more buildup, I guess. It's people will come into the clinic about they need their ears cleaned. No, motherfucker, you need to wash behind them motherfuckers. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Let's start there. Let's start with what you can do at home for yourself. Before you come in here and you want people to clean behind your ears
and you be a topic on the girls' locker room.
And it smell like shit behind your ear.
Okay.
How is that like wash your face in the shower, like
the whole 9 yards. But
like that.
And again, that's another thing. Your underarms, your ass crack, ladies are coochies, men, your dicks. Like,
especially if you got foreskin
closed together, in between your toes. You got to get in all of that. Letting soap and water just run down your body, yeah, that'll clean the surface. But what about them crevices underneath them boobs, in between them boobs? You got to get all of that. Like, seriously.
Lift it.
I don't know. I mean, you got to get it all. Because at the end of the day, again, even if it's not because you're, getting ready to have sex or whatever the case may be, it's for your health. All of that plays a part in.
You get a rash.
Yes, nasty, a dirt rash. Oh my gosh!
If we didn't like the team, we wouldn't wear deodorant. When I played basketball,
if we played the other team,
yeah, we would like sometimes we didn't like that team at all. Like we wouldn't put on deodorant. We'd be stinky as hell, man. They'd be like, "Get the fuck off me, you bitch! You smell bad." I'm like, here, like like you jump for the ball and like shove your pit in their face, like
wow.
Yeah, we would do that on purpose. And I played a couple.
So y'all literally was playing dirty,
literally
and figuratively. But those are the games where like the cops had to come in and like take parents out because the parents were like threatening to shoot other players, and like they would end up like this was like out in far southwest, like it's the wild fucking west, man. And people are so serious, and like they would actually like after the clock they would turn the lights off in the gym, and state police would be outside waiting to make sure that there were no fighting. Yeah, it was crazy as hell. Like one time there was this chick and she smelled like fucking onions. And I just asked her, I was like, "Are you okay? Is like something wrong with you? Like, why would you smell like onions?" And she and I think like that was kind of mean of me to say. And now I'm like, I wouldn't say that to her. I'd be like, here, like, here's some native deodorant. Like, I hope you really enjoy this, like organic, like GMO.
Wash your ass. And ladies, please let's stop using Summer's Eve to wash between our legs.
What? Summer's Eve? Wow.
Because it's all of the chemicals and shit that's in it. Like, we got to be mindful and make sure we're using something like that's natural. Yeah.
I like the wipes.
Do you have any suggestions for natural? Because
my go-to is
something else that people like natural ingredients. They don't always want to use something man-made. So do you
my
have
go-to is Castile soap. Like I love the Dr. Bronner soap. Most people like the peppermint one. Please make sure you dilute whatever Castile soap you're using because it's always concentrated. But I like the baby one because it's one of the purest like ones you can get. The unscented baby Castile soap. I get the Dr. Bronner's one and I dilute it inside of a jar, like a little pump bottle or whatever. And I use that. And lube. You gotta be careful. Use some coconut oil, people. It comes, you can get the pre-melted one, you can get the whole one. Please, something natural, something that's gonna not cause any odors. Plus, coconut oil is antifungal and antibacterial, so that's also really good for you. Because sometimes the men don't be washing their dicks.
I didn't know that about Summer's Eve because I love those little wipes.
Yeah, I used to love Summer's Eve. I used to be a Summer's Eve fanatic. The wipes, the
I
feminine
use this for sensitive skin.
the spray. I used to get all of that shit. I used to be a fanatic because the worst thing you can do is go to the bathroom and put your pants down and want to vomit because it smells like sweaty coochie.
It's like, what am I doing?
What am I doing wrong?
I mean,
As you have
going to
hormone
work
changes,
and
it
changing your
smells different.
scrubs. I mean, going to work and changing your scrubs and
I would have died.
going-
That bitch would have came in and she would have found some cast out soap right in her fucking locker.
You
Okay,
missed that at
huh?
Social Security. So with my cohort, when I got hired, there was a chickie and she had really bad BO. And it just progressively got worse and people were complaining about it. Like, I mean, like it was just really bad. And at first it just kind of started off with an odor and then it just got like her clothes got more ridiculous. She actually like bled through onto a chair and they had to throw the chair away. And the final,
Uh,
like, I mean, it was like, but she was also like, she was wiping shit on the walls.
oh, she had something was wrong with her.
Yeah, she was like shitting on the walls. And the final to do was when she literally took a perfect shit on top of one of the little toilet paper
Uh-huh. Covers.
holders. And then she put a toilet paper ball on top of it. And it was like a fucking cupcake. It was really fucking weird. But then one of our dear friends, DLB, put her hand in it.
Ew.
I'm dead fucking serious. Like DLB put her hand in it. And like that was it. Like after that, like she just had a target on her back and we just couldn't. Everybody
That shit is fucking gross. Who wants to come? Like I used to work with this nurse, right? She smelled like cigarettes, dog, and coffee. But not the good coffee, like the cheap burnt coffee. You know how you roast it too long, like you let it sit in a coffee pot too long and it stink. Her
Mm.
fucking teeth was yellow, so you knew she wasn't brushing her fucking teeth. And one day, so we had a kitchen. I worked in a psych ward, of course. And we had a kitchen. We had the patient's clinic, which was outside in the day room, and then we had the staff clinic, which was inside the nurse's bubble. And my homeboy comes and he's like, "Come here, you ain't gonna believe this shit." I'm like, "What the fuck is happening?" Right? And you gotta meet him. Corey's fucking hilarious. Anyway. He's like, "Bitch, you ain't gonna fucking believe this shit." I'm like, "What?" He like, "Come here, come here." So it goes towards the kitchen. All you hear is boom, 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 boom. I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" This nasty, dirty, stinky bitch is in the fucking kitchen knocking dog shit out her shoe.
in the sink. No. Mm-mm.
And then she used to be like, Talita, because we live not too far from each other. She was like, we can carpool together if we need to. No, bitch, I'm not gonna get out your car smelling like you. You got me fucked up. The patients used to be like, "I don't want to give me my medicine." You know it's bad when the crazy people don't want to fuck with you. We had one that literally like he had issues, so he would like use the bathroom on himself. Right? It was nothing he could do. He had issues like rectal issues. And he would be like, "That bitch stinks. I don't want nigga, you smell like shit and piss every day of the fucking week. Don't you be out here telling nobody they stink."
Like, who are you to judge, sir? Like,
that bitch.
But how you gonna care for me and my shitty ass if you can't care for you and your shitty ass?
you should have said that.
So wait, no, he basically said that shit without saying that shit one day. So one night, so he needed help like showering and shit. He was real fucked up, like physically and mentally. So me and him, I had a great rapport with him. So I would always help him in the shower or whatever. So one night she was like, "She's not gonna help you. I'm gonna help you," because she was like on a power trip shit. Like she was like, "I'm tired of these patients not listening to me, blah, 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 blah." I'm like, "All right, whatever. You deal with it, because when they punch you in the face, that's on you." And so I had already told him, I was like, "Go to your room and get your pajamas out on your bed and stuff. Get your stuff together. I'm coming." So we used to make him like a cocktail with like shower gel and shaving cream to cut the smell. If you smell and you smell weird in weird places, shower gel will cut the smell. Not shower gel, shaving cream. We'll cut the smell. So
Yeah.
I'm in there making his concoction. She came, she's like, you're not giving him a shower today. I'm giving him a shower. I don't care if he protests, blah, 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 blah. So she goes in there with the concoction and he's like, I don't want you. I want Lady to give me a shower. And she was like, well, Lady ain't giving you a shower today. And that's not her name, and carrying on or whatever. And he was like, bitch, you stink. How are you going to give me a fucking shower? Next thing you know,
see what I'm saying?
Screaming. Huh? He starts screaming, I'm not taking a shower with this stinky bitch. I'm not taking a shower with this stinky bitch. Me and Corey got to take our ass in there, calm him the fuck down, and give him a fucking shower. I'm like, bitch, he's basically telling you, take that concoction and go wash your own ass. Matter of fact, we got showers here because we used to have to stay the night, like if the weather got bad or something like that. We got showers. Go on over to the staff showers, sis.
I mean, and don't get me wrong. I know there's sometimes when, you know, people have their bum day, you know, like on a Saturday, just lay around and watch TV or whatever. What I'm pretty much talking about is motherfuckers that feel like, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row, you know, just stinking. Like, I mean, have your bum day, but also remember what you say?
Wash that ass in the shower.
I mean,
the thing is though, if you have good upkeep on your hygiene, you don't have to. Your bum day doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It's okay.
Yes.
If you don't have the good hygiene, you can't afford to have a bum day.
Exactly.
So make sure you wash that ass in the shower. Y'all heard it here.
So
in the
you can
locker room.
lead it up to a bum day. How about that shit?
I'll have every day a bum day. So y'all heard it here in the girls' locker room. Every day cannot be a bum day. Make sure you get the fuck up and wash your ass in the shower. Make sure you brush your teeth, wash behind your fucking ears, and clean them raggedy ass toes. Talking about you let the soap run down there.
In between those toes.
Count.
In
Don't count.
between, behind the ears, under the boobs, in the ass crack, in the coochie. Pull back that foreskin, fellas. This shit needs to be washed too.
Nobody likes to
like, comment, subscribe, talk to us down in the bottom in the comment box. And as always, take care. You will see you guys next week.
I got 0 friends.